While the Obama administration has done nothing to fix the rising cost of gasoline, I've talked about a solution for weeks. And Governor, let's talk about this a little bit. The global oil dilemma, the whole world, uses 83 million barrels of oil per day, usage. This is the amount of oil that's traded, 4 billion barrels, global oil trading. And the problem is, it's not the Saudis or the Middle East who are trading the barrels. It's not ExxonMobil or Shell who are trading the barrels. And maybe you don't know this, but the biggest traders in the world are the Wall Street banks, the banks that we bailed out with taxpayer money. It's Goldman Sachs, Citigroup, Morgan, some of the other Wall Street banks and hedge funds dwarf these other people in trading. So this is where the trading's coming from. Let me explain a little bit how, Governor, if this were, each one of these pennies is 1 million barrels. This is the total amount of oil the globe uses per day.
Okay, this is consumption.
That's consumption.
All right.
Here's trading.
How much do we have there?
4 billion, 4,000 pennies. This is the amount of oil that's traded per day.
Why are we trading that much if we're consuming only this much?
We're trading billions and billions of barrels because the Wall Street banks, the oil companies, they want to trade it. They're very actively trading. The reason is they don't have to pay a lot of money to trade. Every one of these barrels at $100 a barrel is $100,000 per contract, futures contract. These guys are able to trade very cheaply. So the solution,
now you know a little bit about this, don't you, Eric?
I've got about 20 years experience in the trading world and in oil and gas. Can we bring in the secret, top secret? Let's go, guys.
Glad we have a top secret silver bullet here because we are criticized. I know that I am for preaching all the time. Drill, baby, drill. This goes beyond drill, baby, drill.
All right. If I could, can I ask you to reveal the envelope and step away so I can get this thing, flip this around?
Top secret. Beyond drill, baby, drill.
Now,
in addition to drill, baby, drill.
It doesn't replace drill, baby, drill, Governor. It's in addition to drill, baby, drill. Raise energy trading margins, margin requirements, and all energy has to be traded on an exchange. Now, bear with me, it gets a little bit technical, but the reason why so many barrels, so many billions of barrels are traded when we only need 83 million barrels a day are because the banks can trade it, because people are allowed to trade it for little or no money down. At some points, if a big bank, if a Goldman Sachs decides they want to buy oil barrels, it pushes the price up. If they sell those same oil barrels in the same day, they don't have to put a penny up to do that trade. It's a free trade for them. If they want to hold it overnight, sometimes they'll pay up $2,000, $3,000 on a contract that's worth $100,000. So, Governor, we need to make this equation a little bit more even. We need to bring this bowl down to something more reasonable.
Okay, how do we do it? How long will it take to affect positive change that we need to really affect that price of a gallon of gas, a barrel of oil?
Let me bring in the CFTC Commissioner, Bart Chilton, good friend of mine. Bart, are you there?
I'm here, Eric. Good to see you. Good to be with you, Governor.
Good to see you too, sir. Now, tell us exactly, is there anything I've said here at this chalkboard that's wrong?
Well, I can't see the chalkboard, but I've listened to you, and you know, we've talked about this before, Eric, and increasing margins is definitely a way that would limit speculation, and it's an idea that has merit. Now, it would be the government telling a private business, that is the exchanges, what they have to do specifically, so there are some people that are concerned about that. The other concern would be, and I'm not dismissing the idea certainly, and I appreciate, you know, all your history as a trader, but that if you did increase margins, who are the people that are going to stay in the markets? It's the largest traders who have the money for the margins, not the smaller guys, and it's important to have everybody in these markets. So
fair enough.
It can be a double-edged sword.
Fair enough, but let's talk a little bit. You did a study yourself, sir, did you not, based on the amount of long speculation in the market, what is costing average Americans on a fill-up?
Yeah, well, you wouldn't want me to personally do it, Eric, but Goldman Sachs did a research paper last year, and we did some extrapolations. And here's what they say. The excessive speculation in markets equates to, if you're filling up a Civic, over $7 extra that consumers are paying. If you have an Explorer or an SUV like an Explorer, you're paying $10 extra as a Wall Street speculative premium, and if you drive a pickup like an F-150, it's $14 extra. So this is in addition to what normal supply and demand would level out prices at. And the problem is that we need to put some sort of limit on that speculation.
Right.
Your idea is one way to do it.
Bart, we don't have a lot of time, but the governor asked a very, very important question. How quickly could this be implemented? And if it didn't work, how quickly could you take it off?
Well, the exchanges could do margins right now. I mean, they could take this idea and implement them, you know, tomorrow. But what I think we need to do, and what Congress told us to do, was to put caps on speculation, to limit the speculation to 10% of a market. I mean, who needs to control more than 10% of a market? And unfortunately, the Wall Street banks, Eric, have taken us to court, tried to stop us. Meanwhile, consumers and businesses alike are paying more than they should at the pumps.
Commissioner Bart Chilton, thank you very much for joining us from Little Rock.
Good to be with you.
All right, guys.